What's up, guys? MoneyManD here, back on our YouTube video. Today I got some more awesome coins for you today. I got some really cool, mostly type coins, and definitely some rare coins. So I'm really happy to show you guys off. We have 12 coins today total, which is a lot. Really awesome coins. Before we get into it, I want to thank you all for over 1,000 subscribers. Thank you all, all you guys for watching. That's awesome. Really really happy with the support. And yeah, we'll get right into it with our first coin. It is a $50. Love my Walking Liberty $50. They're pretty cool, especially the better date ones. This, of course, is not in good condition, but it is an earlier date one. It's still a nice one. This is a 1917, which is the second year they made these. Pretty cool. Very more like, AG3 condition, whatever. But can't see any detail, but there is right there, the little mint mark is an S right there. And there's two types of 1917. There is obverse mint marks and reverse mint marks, both for D and S. Now, if it was obverse mint mark, it would be, I believe, right there. Yeah, I believe it's right there. Otherwise, it's on the back, like the normal Walking Liberty $50. But like, so the front again, pretty worn, super worn, and the rim is starting to fade in. But anyways, the S is right there, which makes it a little bit better. There was only 5.5 million of these made, and there's still estimated, let's see, there's only estimated to be 25,000 of these left. Not really an expensive coin. You can find these in the junk bin like I did. I mean, it's only expensive in high grades. Like, it's probably like worth a few bucks more than its silver value. That's about it. But still a really cool coin to have. Another nice early Walker for my collection. And one of the most beautiful designs, and they use this design in the American Silver Eagle. So that's pretty cool. Let me get that back at its flip. Don't have to worry about damaging that because it is already pretty warm. But always handle your coins with care, no matter how bad they look. Next one is a dime, another very worn coin, but this is a little bit of a better dime. Let's see. First of all, got the barb is a barber dime. Really nice coin series I like. It started in 1892, so this is the sixth year, right? 92, 93, 94, 95, fourth year. So pretty cool. Very bad condition, as you can see. See, I have the photo grade up. It's probably like an AG3. I don't even know why I'm looking at that, but these things usually come pretty worn, but you can still find them in your junk bins. Like, it is, yeah, it's probably like an AG3 or so. Yeah, bordering the fair too. But it is an 1895, and the 1895 you have to look out. I believe 1895-0 is an extremely better, is a much better date. It's the key date in the series, or one of the key dates, I'm pretty sure. But the 90, this is 1895, and this is an S mint mark, as you can see right there. The mint mark is below the wreath. You can see that one dot in pretty terrible condition. The rim is non-existent. You can see it, but it's S. There's only 1.1 million made, with an estimated survivor only 2,000. So you'd think it would be super expensive, but it's really not. Again, you can find it in your kind of junk silver bins. You might have to pay a little bit more than just regular 90%, but it's still, worth quite a bit. Maybe worth like 20 bucks, 15, 20 bucks, which is kind of hard to imagine. But it's a slightly better date dime, probably a semi-key date of the series. So that's a really cool little guy. Yeah, let's put that guy away. The third coin is pretty nice as well. It is a V-nickel. These are pretty cool. I like the series. I mean, all series are pretty cool. This coin's a little bit nicer than the other ones. Handling it by the rim. As you can see, got some detail there. You can actually see quite a bit of it. This is 1883, which is the first year that they made the V-nickel. This is the second design of the nickel. They started out with the shield nickel, and now they had the V-nickel. And then you can see that in a minute why they call it. And you have to look at, there's two varieties you need to look at. There's the with sense and without sense. So I'll flip it over. I am being careful here. So got the United States of America V, that's why they call it the V nickel, which V is 0 in numeral for 5. And then it says E pluribus unum there. There is no cents. So no matter, so this coin does not have the word cents on it. So it could be mistaken for a dollar coin, $5 coin, which is, I think it's a similar size. A $5 might be slightly bigger. So people gold plated these when they first came out, and then they passed out as a $5 gold coin, which is crazy. Um, which has like 0.24 of an ounce of gold, quarter ounce of gold, which is pretty crazy. So that year they decided we're going to add the cents, and the rest of them have cents. They just moved the motto up at the top, and then they have cents down here. So pretty cool. But this is in pretty good condition. Let me just get 1 second. There. Okay, we're back. But this is a nicer condition one. I actually have another one that's a nice, kind of. I think it's not as nice, honestly. So this coin is not really that rare. 5.4 million made. Let's see how much has survived. 100,000 survived. So they're pretty. They were. It's a common coin. But let's open up the photo grade. Looking at the obverse. Obverse is kind of one of the easiest. It's a pretty good condition. It's got. Looks like a die crack up there, but I think it's pretty common with nickels. But this is pretty good condition, I would say. This is in, I would say it is around XF condition. XF like 45 condition, maybe even AU? I don't think it's, yeah, like I say XF for being conservative, high XF, low AU condition. But still a nicer coin. In that condition, it's worth probably like, I don't know, 15 bucks or so. But it's got some nicks in it, and the die crack is a little bit odd. But you can see the star details, and a lot of these come pretty warm. So it's really awesome to see one that is, not worn. Let's see, what's this repunch date? I look at the repunch date. I don't think, nothing going on here. No, no mistakes, no errors. As you can see, let's see if you can see the date. Yeah, they don't. Nothing going on over here. But still a pretty cool coin that I like, and I think this one might go into the typeset. I know there's 2 typeset ones. You need the with cents and without cents, and I have really nice first year ones, and then I don't really have a nice later years one, which is kind of odd. It's pretty funny, but yeah, I'm just kind of looking real quick. Yeah, okay, nothing going on there, but still a nice coin. So let's put that back in the flip. The rest of these are in 2x2s. So let's stay tuned for Dansko fills. I'm going to upload some more, and then I'm probably going to might put that one in there, but I'm going to put some in there. So especially now, because as you see, I got a bunch of type coins. So starting off, we have a large set. Let's see, let's open up. We get the cents. Let's open up the thing real quick. This is the coronet head cent. As you see right here, pretty bad condition. AG condition at best. Let's see, what is, yeah, coronet large cent. So they have the draped bust for the typeset. You have the draped bust, the classic head, and then the coronet head, and the braided coronet head, I think is what they call it. But this is definitely a very worn AG coin, maybe even worse, but I need it for the typeset, so it will have to do. As you can see, the wreath is back there. Let's see, where's the bottom? It's pretty hard to see, but it does say 1 cent on the back, so it is still pretty cool. It's better when I tilt it in an angle, but I can definitely see the 1820. It's not a problem. I can see the 1820 in there. Not really that rare of a coin. 1820, I believe this is the small date, which is a little bit rare. I'll have to look at it just in a second when it pops up. Let's look at the date comparison. So yeah, the small date is got like a big 2 compared to the 8. Yeah, you can also tell by the font of the 2. So this is the small date, I believe. You really can't. Yeah, you can't even see the 2, but it should be got some issues with it. But still an early day. There's the. Is that the 2? That's the 8. No, that's the 2. Anyways, it would take me a long time to get this, try to find it. But I believe this is the small date, and then with it being the small date, slightly rare. Let's see. It's not going to be very expensive. Maybe like a few more bucks than a regular one. So, still pretty cool. There's different dye varieties, it looks like. Interesting. I don't think it's the over the 19 variety. I wonder how you can find the N varieties. I think it's maybe the different types of N. Interesting. I won't get into looking at that because I know I won't be able to do it all. Okay. But still really cool. Like I said, need it for my typeset. So awesome type coin. That will be going into my set shortly. Now, next coin, we have a quarter. Let's open up real quick. Quarters. This is a Liberty seated quarter, so it is a slightly nicer quarter. It's an older one. Show it on screen. Right there, nice Liberty seated design. You started to see the shield a little bit. A nice clear date, 1861. Start of the Civil War. Definitely an interesting time in American history. But it's an old coin. One second. This one, okay. This is considered a Type 2. There's no motto on it. So you can see a little bit of the rim, the little denticles, what we call it, technical coin term. But pretty worn right there. But this says United States of America. Eagle has honestly got some okay detail on the eagle. $quarter right there. The mint mark would be below there if there was one. It would make it a lot rarer, but it's not. Let's see, 1861. They only made it in this mint in San Francisco because New Orleans was captured by the Confederacy. So, 1861. Yeah, 4.8 million maybe. That's kind of common for this. Is there any rivalries? Might be double dies, but let's see. So there's only 5,000 estimated to be around. And then let's see, what do I grade this as? I looked at this earlier, but it's probably in the A. Maybe it's good. Yeah, I would say it's good. Good 4, good 6, because you can see the rim, and it's actually got some okay detail. The rim is kind of hurting it, the little wear on the rim. Let's see. Images. So still okay. It's a rare coin. Worth definitely a lot more than just your regular, silver quarter. So it's pretty cool. Maybe worth like 40 bucks, 30 bucks, something like that. Another type coin needed in my set. I'm almost done with the thing. And actually, when I put the large cent in, I will be missing only one large cent, the classic head. And then when I put the V nickel in, and after another coin I showed today, I should have a complete nickel set. So that's pretty cool in the type set. And then another quarter right here. Same design. This is the Liberty seated, but this is a different type. This is a type, probably like 4 or something. Type 5 with motto. These were made. This was actually the last year they made the Liberty seated, 1891. 1892, they had the Barber dime, quarter, $half. All the designs changed over, and the main difference is, well, so first of all, it's in okay condition. You don't see the denticles, but the rim is kind of solid, or the rim is solidly worn, but it's not wearing into the coin. In the front, or the opposite, at least the reverse is pretty bad looking. But right there, that little ribbon, it says "In God We Trust." When this was first made, of course, it doesn't say it anymore. But this was the last year, and Eagle is pretty warm. But right there is the estimate mark. You can see it pretty boldly right there. It's there. It's not, you don't have to worry about it. There's only 2.2 million made, so slightly rare coin. There's estimated to only be 2,000 left, but that's a pretty common occurrence with these older coins. There's only a few thousand left, but it doesn't make it as rare. This is probably similar price range, I would say, as the last one, but still a really awesome coin. Another typeset. And now I'm only missing 2 quarters, the Captain Bus quarter, and then the one with the arrows, I think. So I'm getting close to typeset. I think I'm only a dozen and a half away or something, I think. So, another awesome coin. what's next? Next we have a Mercury dime. Now, real quick, let me open up the stuff. I'm just opening up the photo grade and stuff to get a better description of it, so I don't spew any incorrect information. Okay, Mercury dime. Again, very beautiful design. Pretty nice, you know. There's a few key dates, but the rest are, the 60D is really hard to get. Of course, and then the errors, the 42 over 1, definitely hard to get. And then there's some semi-key dates, but the main, I would love to get a 16D, but unfortunately, it's the closest I can get. It is a 1921. So this is a, I think it would be considered still like the key date of the series, one of the key dates. Only 1.2 million made. There's only estimated to be 2,000 again that are left. So really cool. Not, it's an expensive dime, but not an expensive coin, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, this is like a $50 coin or so. Not that crazy compared to, the 60D is like $700, $800 in worse condition. Usually Mercury dime is like $3, $2, $2.50, whatever, but these ones are a little bit more expensive, but it's still really cool. As you can see the 21 right there. Let's see, what would I grade this as? I'm pretty sure I said it's like a G. I think it's honestly a G, good 6. I think it's a good 6, maybe very good G6 or G8 maybe. Take a look. Yeah, like all these right here on the photo grade are just 16Ds because there's a bunch of them in low grade. Most of them come in low grade. And then the VG8 is actually a 21 in there. I don't think it's a VG8. It's a little bit shy of that. I think it's a good 6, given the reverse. No mint mark is Philly, because the Philly and Denver are both kind of the key dates. I believe, let's see, the 21 Denver, I believe, is slightly more rare. Let's see, 21 Denver. Right, show this coin more. Got some okay, just barely see some of the leaves, but the rim is starting to fade in. But the thing is, there's only 1 million of the Denver minted one, so it is slightly more expensive. And there's actually technically 3,500 left, which is more than the other one. But anyways, taking a look at this coin one more time. Yeah, it's probably like etching on a good 6. I would say it's pretty close. I think good 4 would be too harsh. So I don't know. It's still really cool. It's key date. I'll call it a key date. Mercury dime that I do need for my album. I'm working on a Mercury dime album, which won't be too hard compared to just the 21Ds. It'll be a little bit more tricky, and the 16D is going to be almost impossible. But one day I'll get there. So a really nice coin. Yeah. And then next, let's see. We got a Buffalo nickel. Again, another awesome design. Both of these are type coins. I do need this for my typeset, specifically due to the fact that it is first year nickel, first of all, but it is a type 1, as you'll get to see in, as you'll get to see in just a minute. 1913, first year, as you can see right there. It's got some details to it. It says details on it, so it's got some sort of details, some gunk or something on it. Nothing that bad. And then the back is a type 1. As you can see, the type 1 is the raised ground. The 5 cents is like on the ground. Kind of not a high relief, but it wore off really easily. That's why they changed it. Let's see, there's only 30.9 million made. It's not that rare of a coin, honestly. 75,000 still exists, or estimated to exist, I should say. Hold on, just pulling up the thing. What's in varieties? There's a 3.5 leg variety, which we don't have. There's also the DDR, but this is a little bit of better condition one. It's not just like a good condition one or AG. It's still slightly better condition one. Let's see. Let me look at what is the DDR double die reverse. It's pretty hard to see, but let's see. It's basically like you're missing this first leg, but we have it pretty clearly. Let's pull up the photo grade. This says it's a fine. I would say I agree with that. It is definitely a fine. I would say it's like a fine 15, probably. So, yeah, probably a fine 15, but details coin. I'd say it's a fine 15 details coin. So, somewhat, get into better condition coins. It's not that really expensive, $15 coin really. But what is pretty cool, it is a rotated reverse on it. So as you can see, I am holding it straight, and if we flip it, that's the angle. Comes in an angle, like a 15-degree angle. And this should be like that. So if we hold this straight, and also the mint mark would be right about here if they had one, but it doesn't. It would be really nice if it had a mint mark. It would be a much better date. But anyways, this is straight right here. Not turning it at all. Boom. Like right there. To show it on camera right here too. See if it picks it up. Right about there, right? It's about center. Straight. Boom. So, pretty cool. I don't know how common it is. I think it's somewhat common on older nickels. But it's still really cool. I'm super happy to have it. Again, going to typeset. I like it's a little bit of an error. It's definitely, can't say it's not an error. It's definitely an error. Yeah. So then after that, I should have every type of nickel ever made. It's not that hard. You just need a shield nickel with rays and without rays, a V nickel with sense, without sense, actually a type 1 and type 2 buffalo nickel, and then you need a regular Jefferson nickel, a silver Jefferson nickel, and that's it. So I think it's a pretty small little thing, and the nickel is only like 100 and not even 160 years old, so it's pretty cool. Next up, we have a $50, not just any $50, it is a commemorative silver $50. We got a 1925 Lexington Concord $50. One of the more obtainable ones. If you're stacking on a budget, it's kind of hard to get commemorative. There's maybe like 7 or so that you can get pretty inexpensively. Like you can get the, let's see, you can get the, what, you get the Columbus, you get like the 1925, the other one, the Stone Mountain one, the last one's the Washington Carver, the Booker T. Washington, the Monroe. What else? I'm trying to think of all the ones I have. Basically, and then this one's kind of, in the price range, $50 or less. You can get, one really nice one if you're talking about like the Colombian, but otherwise it's not going to be super nice. Like this isn't that nice of a coin. It is in, it says it's in fine detail. Like I said, it is clean. You can pretty easily tell it's cleaned. But it's pretty cool. It says Patriot $50. It's got the Concord Minuteman right there. United States of America right there. Pretty. It's got some wear to it, quite a bit of wear. It's kind of hard to grade these things. These things are always a little bit tricky to grade. And this is the 150th anniversary, 1775-1925, of the Battle of Lexington and Concord. This is the old belfry in Lexington, which is used to alert the troops, I believe. And then it says Lexington Concord Sesquicentennial. And actually, this was made 100 years ago, but the anniversary, it was April 19th, 1775. So we are coming up on the 250th anniversary of the battles that started the American Revolutionary War. So really cool. I'll do like a YouTube short and that would get a little bit closer, but it's pretty cool. This coin's 100 years old, and it's currently the 150th anniversary, so pretty rich history. There's a mintage of 162,013. Again, 90% silver. These are all 90% silver. All the silver commemoratives should be. But yeah, that's probably like a, I don't know, like a $40, $50 coin. It's really hard to put a price on one of these, more commemorative $50. But it's still really cool. This will not go in the types, I don't think. Really will. It's clean. I don't know if I want the typeset, but it's still a nice addition to my collection, nonetheless. And then next, we got a really cool coin. I got two in the same year, two varying conditions. These are two old $50. I'll show you the better condition first. Right here, boom, 1833. This is the capped bust. This is some of the oldest. I think it's the oldest silver coinage I have, American silver coinage, I should say. Really nice. These are awesome capped busts. The first kind of major design, 1833. You can clearly see the 3 to 3. It is an AG condition. I don't have, like, I can't, as much as I would love to get nice MS ones, it's a little bit harder to get. Let's see, let's open up all the stuff. This is a capped bust. 1833 is the lettered edge. This actually got a cool lettered edge on it. Unfortunately, I'll be able to see it in this video, but in my Dance Go album video, when I break this one out of the 2x2, you should be able to see the stuff on it. But 1833, really warm. It says United States of America. Got the eagle on here, 50 cents. So pretty cool. It's kind of got some dark patina to it, but this is probably like an AG condition or so. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. This is the Type 1 lettered edge. Okay. So really awesome coin. I'm super stoked to get some, capped bust coinage in my collection, because there's not that many, not that much around, at a reasonable price. Let's see. Only 5.2 million made on the edge. It says 50 cents or half $1 on the edge, but you really can't see it. It is actually 89.2% silver and 10.8% copper, 13.5 grams. So this is a little bit bigger than the average $half, more silver in it, and slightly more silver. And they couldn't get 90%, so I think that's why they used 89.2. Let's see. Even in AG condition, this is still probably like a $50-$60 coin. It's kind of hard to price these, but it's really awesome. You can just barely start to see Liberty, or you can almost the full Liberty. You're missing L-I and then the Y. But awesome coin. How many are estimated? Only 8,000 are estimated to survive. But not only did I get one, I got two of them. This one is in much worse condition. This got damaged rim damage, even worse. You can see you can see the date a little bit more, but then whatever's going on over here, I don't even know what's going on here. I'm not even looking at that. Reverse on what the heck that is. I think it's on the coin. I don't even know. Whatever it is, it's awesome. Capmus coins. I got a great deal on this, so awesome there. And like I said, it's the same year, same stuff. I think there's Overtons and stuff, but I can't even find it. But this one, the better condition one. Let's see, we can put it side by side. The better condition one will be going to the typeset. Like, look at the date is better, but if you look at the face is like nothing stuff. So really awesome. And the last coin, which might also be worth the most, is a half dime right here. Pretty small. Like it basically fits in frame, which is this is a crazy zoom on this too. So this is a, let's see, half dime. This is not a cap to bust. It's a Liberty seated half dime. Let's open this up. Half dimes. So seated half dime, whatever you want to call it. And this is Type 1 had no stars in the front. They only had it for like a year or two. This is a little bit harder to get. And then they have the Type 2 no drapery, and they have Type 3 stars on reverse. That's got the drapery and everything. And then of course they have Type 4 and Type 5. This is Type 3, because this is 1841. I don't know if you showed that. And it's got, it's not exactly AG condition. It's got slightly better stuff. This is a 41. But it's not just a 41. This is a 41 New Orleans. The O mint mark right there. You see half dimes. So before the nickel, before the shield nickel came in 1866, they had half dimes. These phased out, I think it was like 1873. 1873 was the last year. So before they had nickels, they had silver half dimes. So it was half of a dime, and it was basically a nickel, as they called it. So it basically same design as a dime, just shrunk a little bit. This is super small coin, 1.34 grams, really small coin. That was before they adjusted the weight too. They adjusted the weight up. I believe they adjusted the weight once on this. But let's see. Its grades is probably, I would say, it is a good, like, 4 or 6. Say it's good 4. Good 4 condition. There's only 815,000 of these made. So still in good 4 condition, it's close to $100 for this coin, which is crazy. It's $100 on a small coin. I didn't pay $100 for it. But still a really nice coin. But the thing that really shocked me was the survival estimate. There is only estimated to be 200 of these at all in existence left, which is crazy. That means, if that's true, I have 0.5% of the world supply right here. And it's not, you know, for, let's say for, you can dish out 100, 150 bucks on one of these. It's not too bad for only a coin that's estimated to have 200 left. Of course, 800, over 800,000 were made, but only, 200 are left. So, probably my favorite coin. Again, doesn't go in the typeset. Half Dimes is definitely a much overlooked series. There's 4 designs. Those other ones are not going to be too cheap, but really awesome coin. Give me one more look. That's awesome. It's probably, I don't know, I didn't know how valuable these were, but this is probably, I guess it's probably my favorite coin of the lot. The rarest one, of course, but second one would probably be a Captabus, because I just love getting Captabus, and of course I like this one nicer than the other one. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe for more videos. We'll be filling out Dansko albums, Peace Dollar types of albums, so make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, see you next one. Bye.